Hello, everybody. It's Kadzo with Kazoe for Africa, and thank you for watching my channel. You know, folks, I cannot believe that it has been 5 years, 5 years since I did the video on how to get a scholarship for master's and PhD students. And I will provide a link of that video at the end of the video today. I'll provide links in the information bar also, because I believe that everything is about updates, new changes and trends, but the old school information is still there. So if you did not watch that video, then it will be available for you. But today, I thought that I would start over and do that video again because rather the topic, because so much has changed in the last 5 years when it comes to higher education, opportunities for scholarships. And if you are thinking about pursuing a master's in PhD, I know that you may have some questions about the scholarships and what's available. So in this video, I'll be able to cover that for you. If you have not yet subscribed to my channel, please go ahead and do so. And remember, just by subscribing, I will provide for you a list of schools that offer scholarships for master's and PhD students also. So remember, go ahead and subscribe and send me that email, and my assistant will send that to you. So if you're interested in the ways that you can get a scholarship for your master's and PhD, stay tuned. The first way to get a scholarship for your master's and PhD education is through working for your department in the form of research. This has remained consistent over the years, and new in 2020 is the opportunity for you to diversify your skill sets and actually be able to pursue an opportunity even outside of your department. I actually learned this from my brother, who was able to actually get admitted into a program. His current department did not have an assistantship opportunity for him to kind of get funding, but they were able to connect him to an opportunity at the school at a different department. So doing research. And so research remains a steadfast way for you to get funding for your master's and PhD. The way that you go about finding out this information is go ahead and just ask the department, do you have research opportunities? Remember, in a lot of institutions of higher education, research remains something that is consistent and is always done. So look for these opportunities if you can. The second way for you to get an opportunity to get funding for your master's and PhD, and you kind of caught me there, kind of, saying it at the cusp of my tongue, is an assistantship. So in the assistantship, you can actually get two kinds. So the first is actually an administrative assistantship, which is the most common one. So what the department will do is that they will pay for your entire education and also provide you a small stipend each month for your living expenses in exchange for you working in an administrative capacity. So in a university, this could be like working in one of the offices. It could be the admissions office of that school. It could be the alumni office. It could be something to do with student life. It could be something in the Department of Housing. So this is a great opportunity for graduate students who've been admitted into that particular school to provide their expertise within those areas and help with the administrative tasks that are needed to keep the university learning. So make sure that you ask about that. Now, the next type of assistantship that is available for your master's and PhD is actually an academic based assistantship. So you might actually work as a teaching assistant, meaning that you're assisting the professor to be able to teach lower level courses. And so that's something that you could look into as well. And in some other scenarios, the professor could actually ask for academic support when it comes to grading all those papers from the students. And so your expertise could be needed within that area as well. The third way to get funding for your master's and PhD, or PhD, as I like to say, because some of you might actually be doing a master's degree and a PhD or one or the other, is actually through getting a basic scholarship. So there are two types of scholarship. There is a full scholarship, which actually will pay for all the costs that you need. And then there is also what we call a partial scholarship that will be able to just pay you for a certain amount based on what your cost might be. What is very unique about scholarships, folks, is that you actually just get that money. You don't have to work. You don't have to do anything in exchange. It is just money that is usually given to you at the time that you admitted to that particular university. And so it's actually, in my opinion, sometimes the best package because you have been admitted, you have the scholarship, and you're ready to go. Most of the people who qualify for scholarships are folks with a really, really high GPA. Maybe you've done really, really well academically. And some of the criteria that is used for scholarships could be anything from need-based, which sometimes is good if you're somebody global, maybe like an international student, because you might be coming from a family that is struggling financially. And so make sure that you ask for need-based scholarships because those can come pretty handy, especially because universities are really trying to be advocates and be able to support those students who may not come from a position of advantage financially, but might be really, really strong academically. So remember, one of the reasons I do these videos is to give you the language that you can use to communicate to these people. So watch my videos over and over again. And when you're writing an email or calling or contacting these individuals, make sure that you have the knowledge ahead of time. You have the language to ask for what you want. So need-based scholarship is a type of scholarship that you should definitely inquire, especially if you're disadvantaged financially. There is also another type criteria that they use for scholarships, which is merit-based. This has nothing to do with how much money your family has. In fact, somebody with a lot of money who did well academically could actually qualify for these. Merit-based is purely just based on your academic performance and your GPA. So if you did exceptionally well and the school offers this type of opportunity, this is something that you should definitely apply for or ask to be considered for. Now, some people do ask, can you get both need-based and merit? In some situations, there might be a combination package for that. Usually what I see for the full scholarships, it's a combination of those two. And then for partial is where I see that you might be able to get either the merit-based or the need-based. So some information for you to research and look forward to as well. The fourth way for you to be able to get funding for your master's and or PhD is thesis or dissertation support. And so what happens is in institutions of higher education, whatever you choose to study, remember that there is always some type of either research or some type of curiosity around the areas of study, support, learn about what it is that you're studying. Connect with the department to see if there's any type of thesis or dissertation support based on those ideas that you may have. Say, for example, you are like my brother. He said he was passionate about HIV/AIDS and doing research about that. And because that was a theme and a thesis that he was interested in pursuing, the department is able to secure funding to be able to help with that. And in some cases, thesis or dissertation support can be money that will allow you to pursue a specific area of research, either in the United States, globally, if you happen to be abroad, or even in your home country as well, to be able to conduct funding research rather that way. So remember, thesis and dissertation support is also something that you want to ask for. Is there support given for that theme, idea, that topic that you are going to be pursuing for your higher education? And so something for you to think about as well. And so, folks, that is the updated 2020 funding opportunities for your master's and or PhD. And as I said before, the first video that I did 5 years ago, thank you for all your support, all of you that watched that video. I think it was really great. I was nervous at the time, new to YouTube, but hopefully it was helpful also. I will connect that video as well so you guys can take a look at it to be able to kind of like see what's changed. And I think old school ways still matter. And so remember, if you are a new subscriber, go ahead and subscribe to my channel, of course, join our community here, and go ahead and send us an email. My assistant will be able to send you a list of schools that offer funding for master's and or PhD. And so that way you can be able to start getting going with everything that's happening with that. Now, remember, I do realize that in 2020, it is an era of changing times. And if you're thinking about studying globally, you might be nervous. Remember that higher education institutions remain strong. And even though there's been changes in administration, and even though we have COVID 2019, It doesn't mean that your dreams have to be set aside. So it just means that it might be just a little slower. You might have to postpone things a little bit, but that doesn't mean that those opportunities are gone. So I want to reassure you, life is full of opportunities, and education is the key to your success. And so until my next video, thank you for watching, everybody. And as I said before, if you are interested in doing a consultation with me one-on-one, you want to talk to me about your unique situation, you need help securing funding, I am here for you. I do consultations every day to be able to kind of help you be able to make your dreams come true. Just go ahead and send an email to my assistant and she will find a time and be able to schedule you so that we can get you going on your dreams. Thank you for watching again. Until my next video. Bye.